Hello, my name is Sophia Delacotte. I'm a realtor here in Silicon Valley. I would like to welcome you on my YouTube real estate channel. Today I would like to talk about buying or selling a property with solar panels. Of course, we do live in California and solar panels are very popular, but they are most of the time leased. Why? Because the energy savings from the installation of the solar panels do simply offset the cost of the lease. But there's a but. Let's say you want to sell your property, but you do not disclose to the seller that the solar panels are leased. What could be the problem for you? It's quite simple actually. You will still have to pay for the lease, and somewhere along the way, before or right after the close of escrow, you will have to have the company demo all the solar panels, and it's pretty expensive. So the second thing that might happen if you are selling your property is, let's say you find a buyer, but the buyer is not a big fan of solar energy. The buyer doesn't qualify to take over the lease. Those are the kind of questions that could be problematic for you, and the result would be in that case that either you're going to have to give a price reduction to the seller, or you're going to have to terminate the contract before its term with the solar company, which is quite expensive, or you will have to give a credit to the buyer for the cost of the lease. So this is probably none of the above is something that you would like to go through. So here is what I did. I've prepared a list of questions that I believe are important, and it will apply to you whether you already have solar panel or if you consider putting solar panel on your property. So here are they, and of course you can email me or text me and I can send that and other information. So the first one is, what are the financial requirements for a potential buyer to assume the solar lease? Let's say if it says, well, for the buyer of your property to be able to assume the lease, his credit score needs to be 900. It's probably not the company you want to work with, okay? So just a tip. The second question is, do you, Mr. or Mrs. and both, have a dedicated team and procedures in place to facilitate the transfer of the lease if I sell my property? And I would say the answer better be yes, because you don't want to go to the hassle of doing all the paperwork and contacting the property, and etc., etc. So the third question is very important, is, do you offer alternative to home buyers with weak credit score? Let's say that was the example I was giving you. To be able to transfer the lease to whoever buys your property, their credit score needs to be 900. Okay, your buyer is perfect, but their credit score is 765, which is decent and will give them a loan. What would you do in that case? So I would make sure that here you manage expectation, and or at least it's included into the lease contract that those people, those buyers, can beneficiate from alternative program like PACE, P-A-C-E, that help people install solar panels on their home. The last question will be, can a lease be transferred within the time frame of the close of escrow? Because let's say you close, escrow is supposed to close in 30 or 45 days, but it's going to take 2 months to 2 months plus to do all the lease paperwork. This is not going to be a safe transaction, and I don't even think that in California you will be able to close escrow, because there will still be what we call a cloud on your title, because the problem of the rights of the solar company will not be solved, and the property cannot be transferred to the new owner. So those are of course extreme scenarios, but I believe that my job is to help you anticipate, and hopefully that was helpful. Feel free again to call me, text me, email me. I'll be more than happy to answer to all your questions. And solars, as every new technology, is great, but you need to know how to navigate that. I'm here for you. Bye-bye. Have a